Hey, it's Andrew at UY6 Vids, and in today's episode we're doing a full review of the Kimber Micro 9. There's a lot of dirt. See if I can hit the steel with it. Rah! Now, so many people try to say which one's best. You go a little bit bigger, have better accuracy, go a little smaller, have better concealability, less imprinting, but it really does come down to the end user. You know, one man's trash is another man's treasure, another man's treasure, another man's trash. It just goes and goes and goes in a giant circle. So far, out of the box, what I'm seeing with this Micro 9, it is not only somewhat similar to the smallest concealed firearms I can think of on the market, but also it has a 1911 platform. So you're gonna have the same setup, same mechanics, same function as a 1911, minus the ever so dreaded backstrap safety. Backstrap safety sucks. So the fact that this is a 1911 style firearm that has all the ergonomics of a 1911, obviously just shrunk down without that backstrap safety, it's huge to me. The frame itself is made out of aluminum and it does come in a matte black finish. The slide, however, is stainless steel and does come in that desert tan from Kimber. You're getting a weight that's just over 15.5 ounces with an empty magazine. Now, overall specs of the Micro 9, you're looking at a height that's just over 4 inches tall, length of the gun is just over 6 inches, and with a frame width of just slightly over 1 inch. So first glance, obviously this is their Desert Tan LG version. It's got the laser grip from Crimson Trace in the grip. You can turn that on by flipping on this switch either down or up, and it's activated by a pressure switch on the grip. So when you grip your hand around the gun, that laser turns on with natural point of aim. You don't have to worry about flipping something on with your finger in the front or hitting buttons multiple times to get strobe or to get on or get off. It's just on when you want it to, or you can flip it off when you want it to. Now, on that note, a quick downside about that, I found that this switch is very easy to turn on or to turn off. I've accidentally turned it on and off with my hand swiping down or swiping up a few times. So that right there out of the gate, I'm kind of like, I wish it had a little bit more positive on or off, because sometimes you don't want to have that laser on and you never know when that button's going to get accidentally depressed if it's in a bag or a case, and then you have a dead battery. The texturing on the grip as well, it's not too over the top. The grips do feel a little plasticky to me. Obviously it is plastic. I'm not expecting it to be metal, but this one's just kind of a little on the toyish side. Magazine release is in a great position, just in the same spot you'll find it on any other gun, but it is not ambidextrous, it's on one side. Safety, same as you're gonna find on a 1911 as well. Flip up, safe is on, flip down, safe is off. It's not ambidextrous, it's not on this side either, it's just on the left-hand side. Saving weight, saving overall dimensions and girth, so I can see why they would want to eliminate it. This is a big factor when it comes to concealed firearms, but especially when it comes to ladies. Sometimes, especially females, I'm not trying to single you ladies out, but you know, the strength factor, you got to push and pull, and sometimes you're like, you don't have enough grip, and then that's just the end for you when it comes to deciding what gun you want to have for concealed carry. Very little pressure needed for that. Obviously, when the hammer is down, you're going to have to push a little bit harder, but not by much. And then that slide release also is very, very low poundage needed to be able to drop that slide forward. Now, moving on from there, you do have your regular single action firearm as you would find in any 1911. Hammer has to be back in order to pull the trigger and make the gun go off. It is not double action. Now, that being said though, the trigger on this is phenomenal. Let me bring it over here. Very little take up, and then there's a wall you hit. Perfect, ready to rock and roll. Another little extra pounds on there, and the gun goes off crisp. There is no over travel either. There's no over travel to the back of the gun. Over travel is when the trigger breaks, the trigger still moves a little bit to the rear of the gun, and that can throw off your follow-up shots if you're not skilled in that firearm. Now, reset, let's bring this across, drop this down. Come on now. Reset of this, watch how quick. Right there. Now, Kimber says the trigger poundage is at 7 pounds, but it feels lighter than that because there's so little take up and so little over travel. It feels like it's in that 3.5, 4 pound range, even though I know it is more. And then you match that with their 3-dot sight system, which is very apparent. I have issues with certain sights where when you look through them and you're looking at your target, now granted you do use your sights, you do aim with them, but in point and shoot shooting, when you have a threat coming at you and you're supposed to draw and fire as fast as you can, you're not going to be trying to like close one eye and get perfect pinpoint accuracy. You want to be able to catch that front sight as fast as possible and follow up with the shot. Boom, boom. I like the ergonomics, I like the size, I like the weight. Overall, I'm really enjoying this gun. I just want to shoot it and see how reliable it is. There's a lot of issues with tight tolerance 1911 platforms. If there's any dirt inside of it or any debris, it may not function as well as you would hope. Let's start shooting this thing and see what the heck happens when it rings some steel and shoot some a little bit more volatile targets here in a second. Gotta love explosions. All right, we'll continue. All right, let's test out the accuracy real fast. Got 2 targets downrange. Let's turn off the laser because I haven't properly sighted in the laser yet. Let's go for the right target first, dead center, see what the accuracy looks like from the right-hand side, and then we'll move to the left-hand side. All right. I'll take that any day. I'm trying to keep the pace, pretty quick. A lot of people, you're not gonna do that with this type of gun. You're gonna be really kind of pushing through your rounds, especially if you're looking to train quite often. I'll take that. Sights are very easy to pick up. I'm enjoying that a lot. Mag out. Let's go flush mag this time. So as you can see, it's quite a bit different. You lose a little bit of grip on the gun. Let's go dead center on the left-hand side. So you can see right away that I'm starting to lose my group a little bit easier because I'm losing the lower portion of my hand. I'm losing that pinky, so it's a little bit more hoppy, but overall recoil is very nice, very minimal compared to what you would think with the 9mm in a platform this small. Trigger is amazing. Magazine out, next magazine in. Let's get the right-hand side again. Let's go a little bit lower. Okay, pulled that last one. Follow-up shots are very easy. I aimed for the center black dot the first time. I'm hitting a little high with it, a little high right, and then I aim for the tip of the lower red arrow, and as you can see, I'm still hitting slightly high. Let's go another mag. No problems whatsoever yet. The mag loaded up. We are using Stanwin Armory's 115 grain 9mm FMJs. If you're looking for match grade ammunition at bulk cost, look no further than the Stanwin Armory. Go check them out, links in the description. Yeah, I'll take it. This was the first shot group right here. You're looking at no bigger than the length of my thumb. We interrupt your current broadcast to bring you an exploding paint can in slow motion. That never gets old. All right, back to the review. We're not looking for extreme accuracy right now. We're mainly looking to see how the gun performs with a decent amount of ammunition through it. We're also gonna put hollow point rounds through this to see how it cycles. I think we have some Winchester white box, and then we're gonna torture test this a little bit with throwing it on the ground, putting dirt in it, all that fun stuff. Okay. See, I'm noticing a little something there. As you can see, it's not in battery, so failure to seat or failure to go back into battery is what's happening right now. You gotta hit it forward and it's gonna be good to go again. What I'm finding is when I put my hand on this gun, especially without the lower section of the pinky extension, I'm putting my hand as tight as I can on the gun and my thumbs are pressing against the slide, which keeps it from fully racking another round in, which is a failure to go into battery because of my big fat fingers. So I'm gonna try to keep my hands a little bit lower and mitigate that. That wasn't on the gun, that's just on me pushing on it slightly on the gun and the fact that it's tiny, so you're gonna have to get used to shooting a gun this small and rearranging where you put your fingers. Mag out, another mag in. Mag, drop, next mag in. And let's go a little bit of the plates. Okay, slide locks back. That's 4 mags in a row. Not a problem. Let's load up some more and see how it does. I like it. Very easy to aim, and that 3-dot sight's very easy to pick up even with follow-up shots. We're not cleaning this gun the entire video. We cleaned it when we first got it. Pretty much opened it up, quick surface cleaning, and put a little bit of oil in there, and so far still working perfect. And that slide is actually getting even easier to work. But let's do some hollow points and see how that performs. Clouds are breaking up a little bit. It's kind of overcast today. Nice. All right, so hollow points are in. Standard hollow points you'd find pretty much anywhere. Let's see how they cycle through the gun. So far, so good. There's one. Let's do another one. Yeah. Yeah. Also got hit in the head with a piece of brass. Most of those extracted rounds are going pretty much right there, but every once in a while you get ones that go up and over your head. And so as I was shooting, my big fat fingers were pushing down on the slide release like this, and that caused that slide to go home on that last round rather than staying back. But you know, perfect practice makes perfect. So if you're gonna use this for concealed carry, make sure to practice with it a lot. We're gonna put this on the ground and I'm gonna drop it from shoulder height. I'm 6'3", roughly 6 feet, and right onto the steel target, flush on each side, as well as on its top side. The sights break, you will know from blunt force trauma. Yeah, that looks good. Nice gun too. Not for much longer. So very fine dirt. We're gonna just pour it over this gun. All up in that hammer, all on that backside. Just rub it on in there. Oh, goody. You know what? I'm not gonna bang out that dirt either. Sometimes you'll see a torture test and everyone just knocks out the dirt, but once if you don't have time to knock out the dirt, let's see if it cycles. There's all this dirt in the action right here, so we'll see if it does what it's supposed to do. Woo! Eyes are on. Let's point it out there. Oh, come on. Mag out of the gun. Okay, extracted the round, no problem. Looks like the dirt that's on near the firing pin blocked it from going off. Not a good start to torture testing. Let's try it again. Okay, so one little shake, got it freed up. Let's try that one more time. Mag is clear, round comes out, gun is clear. Let's get some more dirt. Try it again, all up in there. Oh yes. It hurts me as much as it hurts you. Okay, so we had a ton of dirt back there last time. Let's see if we were to like, oh crap, it fell in the dirt. Boom, 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 boom. Bang it out a little bit, put a mag in, and see if it fires. All right, cool. So as long as you give it one bump, if it's covered and caked and packed into dirt, it'll fire again. Yep, firing again. Yep, that dumped out. All right, so now let's open the action up. Take the same amount of dirt. Let's get that bush out of there. And then I put an entire plant inside my gun. Now the action is open. Putting dirt all up in that action, all over the barrel, all on the backside, under the slide. Get in there, rub it in, dropping it. Ooh, crusty. A little bit more resistance when the slide drops forward. Maybe that's where the spring tension of the slide may be a negative. It may not have enough guts to push forward when there's any debris blocking it. But so far, it worked. Let's see what happens when we rack a round in. Oh, failure. Oh, so we're having issues to failure to go into battery. That dirt in the slide and obviously up underneath is causing issues. Okay, so once you get it to go into battery, which is just one bump, let's try not to put any dirt underneath the slide, which is pretty much going up into the mechanics of the gun. Let's just put it on. Let's just put it in the action. All that in the action up front. And skip the under the slide section and see if it'll go into battery a little bit easier this time. Mags in. Let slide drop. It's still sticking, but you give it one punch. And it works fine. Granted, that's a lot of dirt and it's very fine powdery dirt. It's not sand. You just have to see if it drops by itself. Yeah. In a few cycles of that slide, it's already feeling better. Now let's do a drop test and see how that does. All right, this is the painful part. At chin level, that way we'll have consistency with other guns that we do torture testing with. Oh man. Oh. Oh. And now we're gonna do it on the other side. Wow. So, marred up and nicked the sights, and it did knock the sights slightly out of position. Let's see if it still fires, is what matters most. Yeah, so still fires, still functions, but knocks your sights slightly out of placement. You're gonna have to readjust those afterwards. Let's now drop it on the sights because these sights are metal. They're not plastic, which is a good thing because most sights, when you drop them, if they're polymer or plastic, as you drop them onto something metal, it could crack, it could break. Actually not too bad. It's kind of more the white paint coming off the steel target than anything. See if it shoots. Cool. I am noticing a little bit more crusty feel in the trigger. Obviously, I poured dirt directly down into the gun, but it still shoots. I'm liking it. I'm very interested to see how other guns perform with that dirt being poured into the slide through there, not just on top, but poured into. It's one thing to just sprinkle dirt over top of your gun. It's another thing to pour it into your gun because having it pushed onto your gun or sprinkled on the gun, it's not going to get it really in the parts that would restrict the gun from working. My thumb almost blocked that slide again. Mag out. Crusty. Mag out. Nope. Same issue. Big fat freaking fingers, making sure that slide catch is pushed down. These are all good things to understand and see about this gun. I know what you're all gonna say, why didn't you throw it? Well, now that it's already been through the testing and it's still shooting fine, except for having to kind of get it into battery every now and then, why not? Slide open. See how it does. Slide did drop forward. Overall appearance of the gun, got some grass skid marks, some grass stains, some grass up in the gun. Let's just put a mag in there. Mag seat's fine. Eyes on. Chambered that time. Maybe that throw kind of jolted out all of the dirt. Come on, did I mess it up again? Yep. I keep hitting that freaking slide release and holding it down with my thumb. So, slide still back, didn't drop down. Dirt is all up in the gun. Let's just drop. We have even grass. Now we do have that guide rod, the steel guide rod. We don't have a polymer guide rod, so it makes it nice, especially if it is open like this. When you throw it, you're not gonna have a polymer guide rod snapping on you. You just have dirt that's just clumped up in there. I'm not even gonna hit it. Just drop that out. See if it'll drop. Ah, see, slide catches a little bit, but just hammer it into place. Nice. Shoots. I'm limp wristing and I'm holding it like this because if it does blow up on me, I don't want it to go in my face. Hitting it in place. So at least I know what's my problem. That's the consistent issue I have, is just holding down that slide release. See if I can hit the steel with it. I haven't played baseball in quite some time. Don't hold it against me. Just, God, this is gonna be rough. Oh, wrong. All right, I'll throw better this time. I'm throwing like a wuss. It's tough to throw a gun this nice at a steel target. You almost want to miss, but see if I can hit it. My bad. At least it's getting multiple throws. Oh, hit the handle on that one. So this is what we might do in the future, is we have the standard testing procedure: dirt over top, dirt walls open, drop it on steel, left, right hand side, and on top, and then do whatever we want to afterwards. Oh, dude, that hurts my soul. Oh. It impacted quite hard. It broke the grips, as you can see there. It is busted. It's not through the screw yet, and it still will work. Even without this on there, it'll still work. But let's see if the laser still works. Wow, I would think that's what would have broken first on that grip, but it fractured and split the grip right there. Definitely getting beat up, but the slide coating, desert tan coating on this, is showing some signs of wear, but no more than what most people are gonna pay money for the battle-worn look nowadays with Cerakoting. So you're doing your own battle-worn Cerakote. Okay, son of a bee! Keep hitting that stinking slide release. There's so much dirt and gunk built up around that feed ramp inside. There's a lot of dirt. Now what I am noticing is this mag well, because the frame is, metal, it can bend, it can warp. That's the biggest thing I always tell people about polymer frame guns. Polymer, when you have a frame that's polymer like a Glock or you name it, when it gets pressure on it, it flexes and goes back to its original shape. So there is a positive to having a polymer gun, and it takes a lot of pressure, even on a hard impact, to break a polymer frame. We will see in the future as we're testing polymer frame guns, but with metal frame guns, as it impacts something very hard at a high rate of speed. So, I mean, granted, don't get me wrong, this is part of the test, but it's the exaggerated part of the test, which we probably will be doing with other guns as well. And it impacted here and slightly bent the mag well. It's causing a little bit of resistance, not a lot, but enough of that magazine to have to give it a little bit more pressure to get that mag to seat. See if I can hit anything with accuracy. Yeah, still hit that. Okay. Okay, so you can still aim even with the sights canted to the side. It's not that far off. They are just nudged to the left. Mag, well, a little tighter than it used to be, but slide still works great. Trigger, still at the same poundage, a little grittier, but still easy to break. Good information. So I hope you guys had some fun with this full review of the Kimber Micro 9. This gun overall, as I see it, probably one of the best concealment metal framed compact pistols I've shot in a long time. It fed hollow points no problem. It fed FMJs, no problem. We shot quite a bit of ammunition through this, including B-roll, which we don't film, except for the B-roll, you know, cinematic shots. We probably shot anywhere from 500 to 600 rounds through this gun without ever cleaning it. And the last 100 rounds put through this gun were with dirt all up inside of it. So 400 to 500 rounds, no cleaning, and then we poured dirt into it, into the frame, into the action, and it still shot 100 rounds back to back to back without any failures to fire, but it did have failures to seat. So there is the issue there. With guns like 1911s that have tight tolerances, you're gonna have very little wiggle room for debris to get out. So guns that are slightly sloppier are gonna do better in debris tests because they have more room to let dirt out, but in the same mindset, it's gonna allow for a lot more dirt to get in. All in all, Kimber Micro 9, even after durability testing and torture testing, I'm still loving it. I just gotta fix that mag well. This is Andrew with GY6 Vids. I hope you appreciate the video. Hope you appreciate the honesty. Hope you appreciate the quality. I'll see you guys next time.